Hello, Arthur. Welcome to your reading. Let's see what's going on here for you. I hope you're doing well. Ten of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, Ace of Cups. Sagittarius energy. This is pure happiness. So it looks like happiness and joy, but something about it does not make you happy. You wanted to know something about your work, didn't you? Looks like everything else is going well. Let me look at your email again. So, you said your girlfriend previous workplace. Okay, so from what I can see, this is total happiness so far. Family, love, Wheel of Fortune. But there's a Four of Cups attached to it. So this like not seeing some kind of blessing. The challenge here is the Three of Pentacles, Judgment, and the Death card. So again, we have Sagittarius and Scorpio energy. August 4th, that would make you a Leo? Okay, so there's the challenge here is some kind of judgment and collaboration, working together. Transformation. So there's some sort of transformation happening, bringing something back from basically the dead. Most recent past, Nine of Swords, worry, stress over death. And the Page of Swords. This is worrying about a transformation taking place, but somebody's spying here. Somebody's spying. Like worried and spying. I'm getting Scorpio energy. Immediate future is the Emperor. Six of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. So being fair, being generous to the Queen of Cups. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. I'm just going to do a reading because, I mean, I feel like you need to look into your chart. You need to look at astrotheme.com and plug in both your details. Because one of you, I feel like, has Scorpio energy. The other one has Aquarius energy. Or not Aquarius, Pisces and Aries energy. So the factors affecting the situation is not knowing what you can't see is somebody's juggling two people. Is this the stress that you're under, or that this other person's under, is because there's another person involved? Gemini, Pisces. Somebody's definitely stressing about this. Outside influence. I'll get into it more with the next deck. Ace of Swords, it came out on its side. So that tells me that the truth, the outside influence is the truth. 77. The truth about growing an illusion. So, got the Seven of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups. So this is finding out the truth about a Five of Wands that was kind of an illusion. Time to take a step back. This is the outside influence. You're taking a step back. You're looking at the growth in your life. You're understanding something about reaping what you've sown. In the immediate future, the Emperor energy tells me that you're bossing up. You're taking your power back, whatever that means. Maybe from family. Hopes and fears is the Ace of Cups, the Two of Cups, and the Five of Cups. So you're hoping that this is like the Two of Cups, but I feel like you're fearing that it's not. You're fearing that all the cups are spilled. Disappointment. What you thought maybe was the Ace of Cups, now you're finding out the truth. That there are too many people involved. Final outcome is the Queen of Wands, the Two of Cups, the Five of Swords, and the Knight of Pentacles. So this is the slowest moving knight in the deck. Huh. So this looks like something that the Queen of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. Again, we have the Aries in the begin and in the immediate future, which is a boss, a leader. It's like you're picking someone to invest in. That will result in a healing of energies. Alright, let's see what's going on here. What is this Ten of Cups about? The Tower. Something is crumbling. A leap of faith, Leo energy, and Aries energy. Scorpio again. So a leap of faith towards the Ten of Cups, something that's wish fulfillment for you. It's a Three of Pentacles, but it's a challenge. being strong enough to take a leap of faith for this Three of Pentacles collaboration. I don't know why I got a scratchy throat all of a sudden. What is the Three of Pentacles about? The Empress. Making the Empress happy. Making an offer to make the Empress happy. But it's very stressful. Very stressful. Libra Taurus energy. And that's Leo again. This is like your ultimate happiness, this collaboration or this working together. In the most recent past, it looks like you were very disappointed about something. Because it's the Leo again, and the Leo energy again. And the Five of Cups, being disappointed of your most recent past about what you've invested in, what you did to try to create a Ten of Cups and the Sun. Something's been exposed. Yeah. Came out again. So the leader here in the immediate future, they could be a boss, but what I'm seeing is got the Emperor and the Empress here. This is a perfect match, making magic together. So there is somebody else in the mix here. But it's oppressing. It's some sort of oppression. It's being somebody taking responsibility. Virgo, Gemini energy. The responsibility is a lot. Somebody may even go to jail for their manipulation here. The Three of Cups. This is like somebody trying to and I'd really like to know what's going on here, because none of this seems right. None of this. This seems very, very, very personal. Nine of Pentacles and the High Priestess. It's something that I feel like you need to do. What is hidden from you here? What is hidden from you? The investment, the love, the everything. Because somebody's paying somebody for some sort of magic. It's like somebody's paying somebody to manipulate a situation here. And it to me, it feels occultish. It feels like a secret society type energy. That's the Three of Pentacles energy. But there's an Ace of Cups and an Ace of Pentacles attached to it. There's an investment here. Somebody's investing in some sort of hidden magic. because of the disappointment that they felt in the Lovers with the Ten of Wands on the Truth. Somebody's either getting locked up or going to be oppressed in some way because they were blocking this. They were blocking money, blocking love, blocking anything that they could to keep two people apart. I mean, like shoving so much oppressive energy onto somebody that they can't see straight. And I feel like it's being done on purpose. The immediate future is total happiness and celebration and abundance, but at what I'm not understanding at what cost. There's a Two of Cups here. Eight of Cups. So the fear here is that somebody's going to walk away from the Ace of Cups with the Eight of Cups. Like I said, this is like super personal, because there's going to be justice for the Star. So there's the Aquarius and the Libra energy. Again, with Libra. Somebody here is definitely afraid that they walked away from maybe the wrong person and maybe manipulated the wrong person here. Very disappointed about what happened. There will be justice for the Queen of Wands here at the end of the reading, but there's a Ten of Swords. So something's definitely over. A free meal ticket, a free, because something looks really good, but it's the Ten of Swords, betrayal. And this could even be a legal betrayal with the Knight of Pentacles. Somebody took too long to make up their mind, and it's costing them dearly. It's going to completely be ruined because they waited too long. Somebody took too long to make an offer, took too long to try to fix something here. We're back to the Emperor. Virgo energy. So we have the Hermit and the Four of Cups. So like I said, this is somebody who's not seeing a blessing. And because they're not seeing the blessing in the immediate future, they're going to ruin themselves. They aren't paying attention. What they are doing is trying to run the show with blind justice. It's like they don't even know what they're doing. That's what's going to ruin this. Is that it's Man. This feels very personal. I don't know why. But if you're asking if you're with the right person, it has something to do with luxury. Gadgets, devices. Whoever this boss is, they're about to be ruined because they walked away from the Ace of Cups. Could be a Virgo. I'm just saying, you're asking about you and your long-term girlfriend. But I see 3 people here. And I don't see, I feel like this is like trapped in prison with a long time relationship. And then finding out the truth and it being destroyed by the final outcome. Because somebody didn't believe in this. So they stressed about it, got disappointed, and didn't do anything about it. Trying to have strength over super disappointment here. Because there was money paid in the dock with a manipulation here. This is Virgo, Gemini energy, and Gemini again. Money was paid behind the scenes here to do some sort of manipulation or some sort of magic. And I feel like it's dark. It's what's causing all the stress and disappointment. My best advice for you is to definitely look within to find your answers. Because if you don't act on something in the immediate future, it's going to be destroyed. And there's a betrayal behind it. A third person. Somebody who's in the background is trying to destroy your abundance, possibly your entire life. Could be a mother figure. Unexpected blessing, wave of emotions, and naive. Naive about somebody being jealous. Like I said, there's 3 people here. So somebody was super, super jealous here. And their defense mechanism was like flood you with emotion. And keep you naive to what is really going on here, which is paying for some sort of manipulation, bogging down with the relationship that is very overburdening. And then the fear is somebody's going to walk away from the Ace of Cups, which is unconditional love. But it's all out of jealousy. The whole reason why all this was done was because somebody's jealous of an empress or an emperor or both. Ten of Cups is wish fulfillment. So, and the Sun is the happiest card in the deck. Betrayal, report, expose, leak. You're about to find out about this. Pause, journey, new beginning, taking a rest. the other side, coexist, and the reverse side of an uninvited guest who's ascending. Surprise, accident, big change, moment of decision. You have to see the other side of this through your own reflection. Otherwise, you're going through a dark night of the soul. I don't even know what I'm talking about here, but this looks like you could really destroy a good thing by not being able to distinguish what laziness, obsession, cruelty, and stupidity is. Because there's a lot, look at vigilance, hostility, and jealousy. There's a lot of jealousy here. There's an investigation going on. Because there's a suspicion of imprisonment, damp storage. The only way you're going to be able to fix this, mistress, third party, whatever this is that infected your life, is probably to be single and firm, wide awake, clean, and decisive. Because hope is dissipating, whatever that means. There's a finance issue here. Somebody's done something so abrasive here from their shadow side. They weren't invited. They just showed up. But it's like whatever they're telling you is the truth. About greed, jealousy, finances, laziness, obsession, cruelty, and stupidity. Talent, born with, features, and personality. This is a very difficult reading for me to decipher. I like I said, I'm going to do my best. You need a chart reading. You need to look into an astrologer and get a birth chart reading. Like I said, I can't get away from the fact that there are 3 people here. There's 3 people here. I mean, we have courtship and courthouse. Then we have toil and labor of a privileged lady in a house. And the lovers again. Somebody's got their nose in something they don't belong in. I mean, especially if it's an emperor-empress situation. It's like they're supposed to be together, but there's an outside interference that's super, super jealous. And either wants you to walk away or wants the other person to walk away. Because of some kind of abundance. But it feels like that's all going to be exposed in the immediate future. Like there's going to be no way to deny it. You're not going to be able to deny the Ace of Swords, the truth. The jealousy is real, whatever that means. It's come out 2 or 3 times in this reading. I mean, I'm doing the best I can, but this is a very complicated situation. So, this is learning and not repeating lessons from the past. Looking at your photos, missing you, and making new memories. Cupid's arrow, have faith, love is coming, surprise, invitation, or meeting, hesitation. But nobody's talking about it. like I said, nobody's talking about this. Meeting and conversing. No meeting. No outdated thinking. It's all in reverse because there's some sort of seduction here. A seduction into a wedding or a seduction into a marriage by a third-party interference. Attraction, flirting, dating, hooking up, temptation, third-party interference. Union, wedding, married, soul connection, eternal love, and everlasting promise. Like I said, whoever this third person is, this outside person is, they're interfering with something they don't belong interfering with, and they're paying somebody to interfere with it. They're going out of their way, and I feel like you're almost disgusted at whoever this person is, to the point where you don't even want to talk to them. But either that's you or that's them. I don't know. You can give me any details, so I'm just going by what I'm seeing. Like I said, somebody's interfering here. Somebody's trying to be a third wheel in something that they don't have any business being a third wheel in, which would be a union. Because Cupid's arrow has struck, and they don't have no business interfering in this. Because justice is here at the end. And whoever interferes with this, I'm going to tell you right now what I see. They're going to be the ones who are ruined. And I don't mean just ruined. I mean their entire life will be ruined if they don't make the right choice here. If this emperor does not make the right choice here, they will be legally ruined, possibly financially ruined. This is a big deal, whatever it is. It has something to do with a privileged lady working away in a house, an illegal courtship. So even if you're not married to this person, long-term relationship, they can still take you to court. First, like I said, there's a relationship here that they're completely jealous of, and they're a parasite from the basement. They belong in the basement. I would be very careful of this energy, because this energy is running on jealousy. It's not running on upright energy. It's running on jealousy. And it's causing a whole bunch of emotional turmoil. Because I feel like you're about to receive some unexpected blessing. And this person, whoever they are, whoever this third person is, they hate it. They're jealous of it. They want to destroy it. They want to ruin it. And they're paying someone to do some sort of manipulation, to try to interfere with some sort of courtship or relationship between an emperor and an empress. In the immediate future, it's going to be exposed. Once this gets exposed, you need to act on it. Once you see the truth, you need to act on it. Because if you don't, it could, and I hate to even scare you like this, but It can completely destroy your life, both legally and financially. I don't know what you got going on there, but I feel like this person is trying to take your house. They feel entitled, very entitled energy here. They've put in so much work that they feel entitled to everything. But I feel like, with the only way to do this is going to be to get away from it. It's going to be to go on your own and go through this shadow land by yourself. Because of the greed that is around you, it's a lot. Greed, jealousy, spiteful, hateful energy. Goodness. I don't know why I'm coughing. I got like tickles in my throat trying to talk to you. Vigilance, hostility, and jealousy. If you believe that somebody is around you that's doing this, my guess is you are absolutely correct. If you believe that somebody's paying somebody to mess with your life, or mess with your truth, I should say. Shit. Got the divine masculine again. And the healer. So like I said, I'm going to go ahead and read this to you. I got to get my my light. Hold on just a second. And I'm going to read you both of these because I don't, this is so far out of my reach right now that, like I said, I'm doing the best I can do. But there's a lot going on around you. Laziness, obsession, cruelty, stupidity, jealousy. Of somebody who's single. Or somebody who needs to be single. I don't know. I'm doing, like I said, I'm doing the best I can. I'm going to read you the Divine Masculine first because I do feel like it's relevant to this reading with the Emperor and Empress coming out. And the Healer, which is a different aspect. This could be the third. This could be the person that you're interested in, or somebody else is interested in, or this is you. So, like I said, you didn't give me any deeds, you just gave me birthdays. One's an Aquarius and one's a Leo, and there's an awful lot of Leo energy here. So I feel like that's you. I feel like you are the Emperor. Let me read this to you. Maybe it'll make more sense. It is time to reevaluate, to slow down your fast-paced life. The Earth Dragon Herne is connected to the nature and everything within the natural world. The rocks, the earth, the trees, the plants, and the animals and birds. He advises us that we would do well to remember that we too are part of the seasons. The Earth's rotation and of the Mother herself. He reminds us that everything is cyclical and draws our attention to how out of sync we are now with the Earth's natural rhythm. Even our internal body clocks are out of kilter. We couldn't imagine life without our smartphones, being connected to the internet, social media, and 24/7 TV. But all of these things act as distractions, which stop us from delving into ourselves or finding our own internal patterns, reconnecting with ourselves and in turn with the natural rhythm of our planet. Hernie says you celebrate May Day, Halloween, Christmas, and other festivals, yet you forget the real existence of what they truly signify. They are a celebration of the turning of the seasons, of the earth's bounty, and you are out of sync. That's why this is so confusing. With these things, it is time to reevaluate, to slow down your fast-paced life where you are constantly spinning on your axis, rather than interweaving with the earth's bountiful tapestry. Make time to look at the trees, watch the waves, listen to the bees. Your body and mind require time to replenish and reboot, to use a popular human word. He also emphasizes that nothing lasts forever. Things such as human love and life, he says, wax and wane like the moon. They are forever changing. They follow the natural cycles of birth, life, death, and rebirth. You did have the death card here 2 or 3 times. So you're going through a serious change with this new moon, this new moon in Capricorn. Okay? Let me read you the healer, because I feel like that is also relevant to this reading. And like I said, I can't make heads nor tails of it, but it seems like a very, very personal thing, and you have an uninvited guest in the mix. Alright? It says, you may love your work, but it does not define you. You also need time to be you. It says, this gentle yet powerful dragon is the true guardian of all healers on earth. He connects particularly with those who work energetically. He reminds us that although we may walk our talk, we need to also heed. We also need to heed our own advice. We are not a bottomless pit of energy, and need to take time out now and again. His message: I am the guardian of the healers. You are capable of great things on earth as a healer, and as the light for others to follow. But to do this, you must burn brightly and throw light into the shadows of your world. You give a great deal to others, but you must also make time for yourself. You need to rest and recharge. Did get that card too. Your energy tank requires refilling lest you become depleted. Make time to meditate, rejuvenate, relax, and above all, to laugh. You may love your work, but it does not define you. You also need time to be you, a wife, husband, mother, father, daughter, son, sister or brother, or any other role you fulfill. He reminds us not to take ourselves or life too seriously. If we do, we risk forgetting that we are just one tiny cog in the great wheel of life. So whatever you got going on here, you're not supposed to allow these other energies to suck you dry, which is what they're doing out of greed and jealousy and all kind of things going on here. And I feel like it's this privileged lady, because somebody wants to, it feels like they want to take you to court and ruin you. Isolate, independent, and alone. Is somebody doing that to you on purpose? Trying to manipulate you? Because like I said, with the Page of Pentacles here and the Mage and on the Moon, that definitely tells me somebody's doing some screwing around here with magic, especially with this Capricorn new moon, because this is a manifestation portal. And if you and there's a choice that needs to be made here, and one will bring you total happiness, the other one will bring you ruin. But in the outside influence, I see you being overburdened by the truth, so you already know what the truth is. You just have to make that decision to move forward, because you're needed in the greater scheme of things here. And yes, if you're thinking divine masculine, divine feminine, absolutely. But this is a third wheel. This is somebody who may or may not be in your life. That's the challenge. The whole challenge here. Somebody wants all the frills without doing the work. Whether you put in 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, whatever. They're going to try to ruin you. Legally. So be very, very careful. You are not a bottomless pit of energy. You do need to take some time alone. Go within to seek your answers. Close out any kind of confusion in your life so you can find peace through an illusion and success through getting yourself unstuck. Like I said, jealousy came out here like 3 or 4 times. Laziness, obsessive, cruelty. Somebody's not a nice person. I think they pretend to be a nice person. But you have the feeling that they're not a nice person. And I think your suspicion is absolutely correct. Because you're ascending. Surprise, accident, big change in a moment of decision. But before you make that decision, you need to pause. You need to reveal some things that are going on here. And that means the shadow or the reverse side, the reflection you see. So you can coexist with it. Because there's a parasite in your midst. There's somebody here who is literally like an energetic vampire and sucking the life right out of you. Like I said, it could be a mother, it could be a father, it could be parents, it could be... I don't know what this is. But I got mistress, third party. I wouldn't recommend that. I wouldn't recommend getting somebody else involved in something like this. So if you're even thinking about it, I wouldn't do it until you have gotten yourself loose from another situation before you engage. Just a heads up. Now, I don't know what that means. All I know is that what I'm seeing here is a lot of fuckery going on behind the scenes. Trying to make it look like everything's wonderful and everything's all hunky-dory, but something is hidden from you. A betrayal. Report, exposed, leak from a parasite. Be very careful with this energy, my love. I mean, you have what you need to figure out this mystery. Do not let it ruin your life. I get Aries, Libra at the end. and the Queen of Wands. So this, whatever this Queen of Wands is doing, which could be this, in the dock by the moon, which is Capricorn, it could destroy you if you're not careful. It could destroy your chances of ascending, of going into another level, because of this uninvited guest. Like I said, it's going to come right in your face. In the immediate future, it's going to be pretty fast. I'm seeing February. We are going to have an eclipse on the 17th. So that's, you might want to look into that as well, because I do feel like all this will culminate in the next month. And today's the 18th. There's a tower falling on this Ten of Cups, which means a shock. A shock about family, a shock about, and like I said, I got the Emperor and the Empress here. And a collaboration with an Empress. And somebody is like super, they're so jealous that they're willing to go to any lengths to disrupt this and ruin it. It's almost an hour long, so I can't dig any deeper than this. I hope it helped. I hope something here helped you understand what's going on. I am completely confused. But, like I said, you've been naive about something, and now you're seeing the truth, which is the outside influence. The Ten of Wands, how heavy this actually is for you. Alright? Well, those are your messages. Take care. Bye for now.